You see? Because as these older vehicles get older and older and older and they start to phase out, you got these newer vehicles with all this technology in it. And honestly, some mechanics just don't want to touch that stuff. They just don't, because of how ridiculous it is, how ridiculous they're making it. They're making it so ridiculous. It's like you can't keep up with it. You can't keep up with it. And people are not thinking about this stuff. People are not thinking about how this is going to affect everything. Just like how the cell phone came out. People didn't think about how much it was going to affect everything. And look at how much it has affected everything. People can't even talk to each other in public anymore. You know, people look at you crazy just to try to talk to them in public. People don't realize how, when all these inventions come out, how much it actually affects people. It doesn't just, it's not just some you're looking at it real small-minded if you think that it's just some fun advancement that you get to just play with to doohickey, woohoo. No, like something as little as that can affect the entire society. Like how these cell phones have affected society. The same way that the same effect that these cell phones have had on affecting society is the same way these new cars with all this ridiculous, unnecessary crap in it is going to affect the automotive industry all over the globe. All over the globe, guys. All over the globe. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm telling you the truth. All over the globe. And you know, I want to be a mechanic, man. I do. I would love that. But I don't want to touch these new age cars. Okay? If automotive industries were to step back a notch and go and start from square one, let's consider the cars from 2000 square one. I want you to give a comment down below if, let's pretend that next year automotive industries were doing a throwback year and they would pick a Camry, they would pick a Camry, they would pick a Corolla, they would pick a GMC Yukon, a Chevy Tahoe or whatever. They would pick a vehicle from the 2000s and remake them all over again. Remake them all over again. The same exact thing. Don't even change it. Just go back to the 2000s, remake that same thing. I bet you a lot of you out there would buy it brand new. I bet you there's a lot of you out there, you would pick that 2006 Chevy Tahoe, remastered. How about that? You know how they make video games and how they take the same video game from like PS2 and they remake it for PS5 or PS4? You know how they do that? Let's look at it that way, but with cars. So they remastered a 2006 Chevy Tahoe. They remastered it, right? So it's called the remastered 06 Tahoe, and they make it in 2004, brand new, 0 miles. If they were to put that thing next to a brand new Chevy Tahoe, a 2024 Chevy Tahoe, people would be lining up for that 06. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now they would. I'm telling you right now they would. Automotive industry would be booming like the way they were in the 2000s if you were just stick to what works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There was no need to advance cars past 2009, you know. Once 2010 hit and you start throwing the screens in there, first they start you off small with like a small screen. Oh, it's just a GPS. And then they make it a little bit bigger, and then they make it a little bit bigger, and before you know, you got this big fat TV screen on your center console. You know, that needs to stop everywhere. All right, you're seeing it everywhere with technology. They start you off small with the BlackBerry. They start you off small with a BlackBerry, and then they slowly get into the cell phone, and then they give you, oh no, it's just a little cell phone. It's just a little cell phone. It's not a big deal. And before you know it, 20 years later, you got this big screen in your face. You see how they get you, right? But you're not. No, you're not seeing it. No, you're not. Don't sit there and say, yeah, no, you're not. You're not seeing it. Unless you're really listening to me right now, you don't see it. You're not seeing how that is actually a bad thing. It's not going to be good. And that's what annoys me the most right now. Because I'm looking at the future, right? And I know that if I was in my 20s in the 2000s, I'd be doing well. I'd be doing just fine. But no, I'm in my 20s now in 2024, where the most ridiculousness of things to be invented is being invented. You have to update your new GMC. Are you serious? Update? What is this? A PlayStation? What is this? A TV, bro? It's a car. It's not a TV. It's not a PlayStation. But people are you're starting to treat it like it's a PlayStation. Well, if you're gonna treat it like it's a PlayStation, you might as well give it a throw. You might as well remaster some of the old ones. Why don't you go out? How about we ask Chevrolet, or we ask GMC, or we ask Ford, or we ask any of these automotive industries, Honda, Toyota, or whatever. And Toyota, I want to keep Toyota like on the side, okay? I don't really want to add Toyota to this, because I know they're making their vehicles look kind of like how a lot of these new age vehicles look. I know they're kind of like playing along a little bit, but they kind of want to stick to the mechanical stuff too. You know, Toyota is that special brand that I want to just keep to the side for right now. You know, you talk to these automotive industries. Why don't we all come together and agree? Hey, let's go the next 10 years. Let's start back in 2000. Let's go from 2000. Let's make 2000 to 2009 cars from 2025 to 2035. They could do that, right? They could. No doubt about it, they could. The problem is they won't. It's not that they can't, it's that they won't. Okay? They could do that. In fact, they could do that. In fact, they could probably make triple the amount of vehicles they made then, now, of those same years. And they probably could beef up the transmissions a little bit, beef up the engines a little bit with mechanical advancements, not technological, not technology. Okay, we're not talking about technology. We could take those same vehicles from the 2000s, make remastered versions of them, right, from 2025 to 2035, right, and just beef up the transmissions. You know, beef up the transmission, beef up the differential a little bit, beef up the engine a little bit, you know, beef it up. And there you go. There's your remastered 2006 Chevy Tahoe, remastered. They could do that, but they won't. Same thing with everything, bro. Same thing with everything, right? We could when 2025 swings around, we could ask PlayStation to make the PS2 all over again, right? For those of you out there who like the retro video games, right? Why don't we just remaster that console? No, they won't. They'll let it go obsolete. They'll let it go obsolete. Technology that works just fine, that doesn't need any more touching, they'll let it go to waste. They'll let it go to waste. And these are vehicles, and when it comes to vehicles from the 2000s, these are vehicles, and you know, I know I'm bringing up PlayStation and stuff, but I'm using that as an example, okay? I'm using that as an example because I find it funny how when they make new consoles, right, they'll remaster that same old game, like GTA San Andreas. Haven't they like remastered that like 3 times? And people are still buying it? Well, how come they don't remaster a 2006 Chevy Tahoe or a 2009 Toyota Camry? Remaster that. With no screens in it, you know, no screen, just the same old thing that they made back then. Just make it again. Make it again. Don't change nothing about it. Maybe beef up the transmission, maybe beef up the engine a little bit, but that's it. That's it. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, people don't realize how the path that this world is going down is killing a lot of the jobs that we got out here. It's killing the automotive industry. People don't want to be mechanics no more. People don't want to be mechanics no more, bro. Like, that's some BS. BS. I don't like the way, I really don't like where this world is going. I don't. I like technology from the 2000s. That's it. I don't want to go any farther than that, because once you go farther than that, it starts to get ridiculous. I can't even work at the car wash without having to babysit the driver because their piece of crap 2024 can't go into neutral. It can't go into neutral. They're switching between drive and reverse, trying to get into neutral. They're going forward and backward in the same place, almost hitting the guy in front of them and almost hitting the guy behind them, all because GMC wanted to be, all because all these automotive industries want to be dumb. And then Jeep, like, why would Jeep put that twisty thing? Have you guys seen the new Jeep Grand Cherokee? The new Jeep Grand Cherokee has like this, it doesn't have a shifter knob. It's got like this stupid twisty thing. What if the technology in that twisty thing, the transmission could be perfectly fine, and the technology in that twisty thing could start acting up, and then there you go. There goes the whole car. You can't drive it. All because of some technological issue. All because of one wire short-circuiting or something like that. Oh, that's all it takes, bro. That's all it takes with some of this technology. All it takes is like one wire. One little wire to malfunction, to short circuit or something like that. And that's it. That's it. Technology is not something you start dumping like crazy into a vehicle. Especially something that's going to be something that's going to handle the elements, like snow and rain and like the elements, bro, and technology don't go together. They do not. There's a reason why vehicles are meant to be mechanical, not with all this electronical crap. There's a reason why you build a car to be strictly mechanical, okay? Like, holy crap, you heard that? You heard that? Somebody's transmission wire short-circuited. You heard that? Now listen to this. Listen to this. You see this? You see this lever here? Listen to this. You hear that, right? That's something mechanical going on in there. But that's never gonna freaking break, bro. That's never going to break. That's a simple design that's meant to last forever, bro. Forever. That will never break. That is some kind of lever going. That's not gonna fucking break. But in today's day, with these advanced stupid cars, these piece of crap cars that everybody thinks are so fancy and nice, bro, that they're probably, I will not, I have no doubt about it. Something as simple as this is being controlled by some electronical crap. And then let's say that electronical crap starts acting up, then you can't even switch between this and this without dealing with some stupid electronical issue. And this is why this is why these trades that are actually very valuable are dying. Where is this world leading to? Where is this world leading to? There's going to come a point, people don't realize that there's going to come a point where it's going to hit the fan. It's going to hit the fan. Like, you're just not going to be able to keep up with some of this stuff. It's going to hit the fan. And then what? Nobody's going to be able to get to work. No, like the world, I really want to see what's going to happen, because I could see it already. I could see it in my mind already. I could see it. I'm telling you, I could see it already. The future is going to be stupid. Imagine driving a 200,000 mile 2024 in 2045. Imagine trying to keep up with that crap. You know how much issues that car is going to have? Let alone the rust from it being out in the elements for so long. You know what I mean? People are not thinking. People are not using their heads. Let alone the rust and the effects of what an aged vehicle has. You know what I mean? Come on now. Use your brain right now when you're listening to me, bro. Really think about it. Something as simple as this, bro. Like, this is never gonna break. Like, it's such a simple design that there's no way it's gonna break. That's like expecting a light switch to have a lifespan. Expecting something like this to break is like expecting a light switch to eventually break, and then you gotta replace the light switch. Like a light switch, like in your home, that you go like that. That's never gonna break. Okay, what is gonna break is something electronical behind it. That's what's gonna break, but not the light switch itself. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like this kind of technology, bro. You hear that? Listen, this old stuff, okay, like the vehicle itself, maybe the engine, transmission, as it ages, that's gonna break, because that's really, like, that's what's really putting in the work, right? And that's something that they don't change, right? They're not gonna change like the engine, transmission. Obviously they change the models and all that, but like, I hope you really understand what I'm trying to say right now. I really do. I really hope you understand what I'm trying to say. When it comes to simple stuff, okay, yeah, this broke, but this could be fixed easy. I could easily, you know what? Watch this. Watch this. You ready? Come on now, bro. It might be loose, but you saw how easy it was for me to take that out and put it back in? You saw how easy it was for me to do that? This was the era of mechanics right here, because the stuff wasn't that hard to deal with. You could pull some of this stuff apart and fix it easily. The freaking gauge cluster, bro. I could replace this gauge cluster in like 30 minutes. I could replace this steering wheel in like 30 minutes. Bro, this never is gonna break. This car has over 200,000 miles on it. Like, this is not gonna break. It might be a little sticky or whatever, but that's just because of age. Like, that's not because of the design. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take this off and put a fucking screen there too, motherfucker? Like this here. Simple design, bro. You don't need. What are they gonna do next? They're gonna make this so that it automatically opens. Oh my god, look at how nice that is. I gotta go get that. You're a fucking moron. 200,000 miles, baby. Starts right up. Original everything. It starts right up. Like, original everything. Radio. Like, okay, the speaker needs to be replaced, right?
Center can see you today.
But this still works just fine. You're not having no electronical issues with it or nothing, bro. The AC, bro. It works. It still works. But if this was a 2024 at this mileage, and if it was like 20 years old or 25 years old, it probably wouldn't be working because of some update or some stupid shit like that. Do you get the point I'm trying to make? Look at where the world is going right now. Like, they need to go back in time. They act like they can't do that. People literally act like you can't just. People act like you can't go back in time technology-wise. So you may not be able to literally go back in time, because time keeps going, but you can go back in time era and technology wise, you can do that. They just won't. They just won't. Okay? Don't you it's a cold day in hell if you think mechanics are gonna want to fix your 2024 GMC Denali. Like, nobody's gonna want to fix that. Nobody, bro. Nobody's gonna want to touch that. You're gonna have to go to us, bro. You want to get your center console fixed on a 2024 a GMC Denali or a 2024 Mercedes Benz or whatever? You're gonna have to go to a cell phone repair shop. That's where you're gonna have to go. People don't realize the value of the simple stuff, like the little things, like these little things. Like, this is never going to snap, okay? That's the point I'm trying to make here, all right, you guys? I'm going to end the video there. I'm going to end it there. All right, I'm going to end it there. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear back from everybody. Everybody. I want to hear back. All right?